You can live your life again. You can live your life. You can live your life again.
Living life with Liz. She understands what you're going through. And when the world turns its back on you, your life is not over. A new life has just begun. You can live your life again.
You can live your life again.
You can live it
with your life.
Live your life again.
Your life again. You can live your life.
She's always there.
Hi guys. I know you've been saying, where the heck have you been? I know. It's been so hectic, so crazy. But I'm back. We're back in the studio. And you know what? What a best way to get started than with the guest I have today. And you know what? I think we're going to do a whole month with this guy. He's that fantastic, wealth of information, knowledgeable. And if you ever want to get your real estate or your entrepreneurial dreams on, you need to watch these next segments, because listening to this and listening to this man right here, you will become as multimillionaire as he is, if not even further. And that's what he wants. So make sure you stay tuned. So to those who haven't seen me, I'm Liz. Welcome to Living Life with Liz. We're on every Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m., Time Warner 34, Cable Vision 67, RCN 82, and Fios. We love Fios because you can see me everywhere. 42. So make sure you tune in every Wednesdays. We're going to have some great shows and some great topics for 2011. 2011, right?
Yeah.
2011. My guest is this young man, and you know it's funny. I seen his advertisements everywhere, and you know I've been in real estate forever, and like everybody, I took a tank with the real estate boom also. So I'm coming back, and when I saw these signs, and I'm sure you've seen it, Rapid Realty, you can get your real estate license real quickly, and I was like, hey, I want to do real estate. Let me call Rapid. And I called, no one answered the phone. I was like, hey, what's going on here? And as it turns out, I go to church with Shane. He's one of the franchisees. And I was talking to him, and he knows I do real estate. He says, hey, I just bought a franchise in real estate. I say, hey, I'm looking to get back in. So guess what? It merged. And I also, if there's something you want, and guess what I'm working at? With Rapid Realty, the place I want to start off to begin with. So with that being said, he was telling me about the owner and Anthony Lolli and how everything got started. And I said, you know what? I have to meet him. Because you know my show is all about getting you off your butts to do something about yourself. You're not going to get rich working for anybody else, and there's no excuses. There's many ways you can get into real estate, into investments, and I've done shows and you know it. So make no excuses and make 2011 the year you change your life. And with that said, I want you to meet my guest. He is dynamic, handsome, and we're going to find out if he's single, ladies. That's if I'll take him first. You know, I'm looking for a date. It's been how long? But that's a whole nother show. Well, let me introduce you to Anthony Lolli. Anthony, thank you so much for coming on the
Thank
show.
you. Thank you for having me.
What I'm telling you is no lie. I mean, when I heard his story, I was like, whoa, that is some powerful impact story about, you know, where he started. And unlike all these other people with the silver spoon who don't appreciate working hard, you literally worked hard to get to where you at.
Yes.
So welcome, and just tell us a little bit something about you, Anthony.
Well, you know, right now, where I'm at in my career is the company has really exploded. We went from 2 offices to 46 offices within 19 months.
Wow.
And I was able to help a lot of young, striving entrepreneurs grow alongside with me and own their own offices, their own franchises.
Which is great, which goes back to what we're saying about how you take your own life into your hands and you create your work, because now you're not working for someone, you're working for yourself.
Absolutely. I wanted to lead by example. And I've been doing real estate for 13 years.
Okay.
I'm an investor, developer, and I've been able to influence a lot of entrepreneurs to follow in my footsteps and give them the blueprint for success. So they're able to achieve what took me 13 years in literally months and sometimes shorter than that.
Which is great. I told Anthony, I'm going to be in his side pocket. He's going to be like, oh, she's stalking me. It's her again. he ain't gonna be able to get rid of me. And whatever I'm learning, we're coming back and pass it on to you. So be prepared. I am going to be a thought, but a good thought.
I love it.
A happy
I
thought.
love
See,
it.
I will make you smile. So you know what? We have some videos, because when you hear this story, you will really be moved and really be impressed at where it came from. So tell us a little bit about what made you do the video and what we're going to see in the first clip.
Well, you know, a lot of individuals were asking, you know, there's signs everywhere, there's offices popping up everywhere. We're over 700 people now in the company.
Wow.
So people are asking questions. How did it get started? Who the founder is? And, you know, I usually maintain myself pretty low key, but now we decided to develop a video and a website called AnthonyLolli.com to feature not only my success and achievements, but the people that I've also helped and influenced and helped them achieve goals. So it's a great bio because it talks about where I got started, what my aspirations were, and then it's what's interesting about it is it talks about the trials and tribulations, which is something that happens to a lot of entrepreneurs early on in their career, and as you'll see, it wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy. So let's take a quick clip, look at the clip, and we can see how Mr. Anthony Lolli started from his humble beginnings without a silver spoon in his mouth, and is
Son
taking
to
the road
Nicholas
that
and
were by
Gladys
storm.
Lolli. His father, Nicholas, was the youngest of 5 siblings whose family immigrated from Bologna, Italy. He lied about his age at 17 to enlist in the Navy and found himself at the tail end of World War II. He then went to college on the GI Bill and later became a public school teacher. He fathered his first and only child, Anthony, in 1977 at the age of 50. When Anthony was 5 years old, his father began moonlighting as a street entertainer and doing what came to be known by the locals as photo with the parrot. This is where Anthony began to learn business principles and help form his view about earning money. Gladys Lolli left Ecuador for the U.S. in 1967 with $40 in her pocket, and $20 of that went to pay off the customs officer to stamp her visa when she arrived. She knew no one and found herself living in an abandoned building with other immigrants from all over South America. She lived a hard life working in a variety of sweatshops. After making a few friends in the sweatshop, she was referred to someone who helped her become a home attendant, which would eventually help her put herself through beauty school. She worked
building, which is what a lot of immigrants were doing back in those days.
Really?
And she found a job in a sweatshop and was able to put herself through beauty school and all these trials and tribulations and things that I was able to see early on as a child that influenced me.
And I guess that also showed you that even though you start off from hard and humble beginnings, you don't necessarily have to stay there. And I guess that's a lesson she taught you.
Yeah, you know, I had always thought we were wealthy. You know, we grew up in Brooklyn Heights, which is was always been a nice neighborhood, but we grew up there. Well, I grew up there before it was actually a really nice neighborhood. Yeah, there used to be the St. George Hotel, and there was a lot of derelicts and hanging out in the area, so it really was going downhill. But, you know, I was still surrounded. My parents would always put me, like, in the best public schools, at least.
Yes.
And, so I thought we were wealthy, and there's a scene in the bio that shows when I used to see my mom go into Saks Fifth Avenue and Macy's and try on all these nice clothes, and I noticed one day that she would never walk out of the store with anything.
Right.
She would just try them on in perfume.
Okay.
And during one of those trips to the stores, I asked my mom, I saw this watch that, you know, I said, I really want this waterproof watch. You know, I was so into it. And I kept asking her every time we would go, and then I begged her, and I think I threw a fit at the time in the store. And
nothing else is working. Let me just throw a tattoo.
Exactly. So she just said, with tears in her eyes, she said, you know, we can't afford it.